Right. Well, how was your week, Charles?
It's been good. We've made some changes to the set.
We have.
We're not on couches anymore. We're on two chairs. Um,
Feeling pretty profesh right now.
a little profesh. Look, we got the couch. Well, I got the couch because I live here.
Yes,
3
this
years
is your
ago,
home.
with the hope of eventually doing a podcast and how that would go. Doing 10 weeks. I've been told by people that it isn't the best, and then I've also us feeling it like it's not the most comfy thing. And thankfully, was able to score a chair off the sis.
Well, look at this. It's way easier for me to look at you now. I
Yeah.
just slightly do a body turn and then...
Slight turn, and also it will be much easier for the shorts, which we will
Yeah.
talk about later.
Yes.
That's a massive topic that's been happening on all of our socials. But yeah, we know it's barren, white.
The lighting will get better.
The lighting is not ideal.
We're working with what we got.
But yeah, there's tons of stuff that we got to do. We got planned.
Yeah.
And yeah, bit by bit, you'll notice over the weeks. Oh wait, they added one thing.
Well, that's it. We're audio first.
Yeah.
Visual second.
Which removing the couch does create a reverb for us. But
you know what? Definitely doesn't. No.
Hopefully that doesn't actually come through on the microphone.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
But yeah, it's been a busy week.
Like always at the moment. This year just seems like it's going to be one common theme.
Yeah.
It's going to be relentless weeks.
The thing that I wanted to start with is and because I normally say no to these because I'm working, I'm
busy,
editing,
busy.
doing stuff. I went to a board game night with the friends, right?
Yeah. With the friends, our friends.
Yeah. And it's just
not the cast from the show or anything.
No, I have people I hired. They're called the friends.
It's like the dude on TikTok that got the Michael Jackson impersonator to come to his house. He's like, "Sorry, the party's cancelled. That's you."
Then the Tom Cruise one walks in and stuff. Yeah. But I wanted to quickly just tell a story because you don't really know much about it, and I just think it's funny.
Yeah, I could not attend, unfortunately. I was stuck in prison, which is just work.
But so yeah, was that Stevens, right? Beautiful place. He's done a really good job kitting it out.
Yeah.
It was Steven, Christian, Nao, and Tan.
Yeah.
Right.
Good crowd.
Very good crowd. But we played a game I'd never played before called King of Tokyo.
Right. I've never even heard of that.
Neither. Right. I said before the event, I want to play Chameleon.
Yeah.
I'm here for
good
Chameleon.
Game. Yeah.
Right. I rock up. What do we want to play? And I said, I'm here for Chameleon. Did not play Chameleon Saturday night, and I
the one game bro wanted.
I just I'm here for Chameleon. I like that game.
I'm
it's
here
so
for one
good,
thing.
right? I love doing the most obnoxiously like niche connective tissue to things. And you're like, how does that connect? And I go, well, if you go here and you do like 9, love it, right? Didn't play it. To explain King of Tokyo, right? Very simply, there's a board with a circle. Someone has to be in that at the end of each round, right? If you're in that circle, you can attack the entire rest of the players.
Okay.
And then everyone can choose to attack you when you're in it at the end of every round, right? You roll 6 dice, and
Dice game.
you get 2 re-rolls, and you can pick any dice to re-roll.
Okay. Yeah.
You have 10 health, and that's your max. There's like a card thing. There's like a card store. You get 3 cards. You can buy cards with the energy.
Yeah.
And then you get first to 20 victory points or last one alive.
Okay.
So it's very, very, very easy to kind of pick up and play. I was like, they're like, oh, Chas, do you want to do like a tutorial? They kept like talking about tutorial. I go, guys, I just want to play.
This isn't even the game I want. Let's get it over with.
I'll pick up the rules as we go. Right?
Bro was not concerned.
I just I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like 4th in the queue. I'll figure it out. We begin playing. I think I'm trying to think if there's any other rules. Yeah. So there's you have to get the victory points. Going into Tokyo, you get a point. If you're in there for an entire round, you get 2 points. So that's 3. It's pretty good. And then on the dice, you get 1, 2, or 3 on the sides.
Yeah.
You have to get 3 of a kind. So you get 1 point, 2 point, 3 points. If you get 4 of a kind, you get an additional point. So if you get roll 3 threes, then you get a 4-3. That's 4 points. So get the 20.
Yeah.
Then there's energy, and attack, and health. That's it. It's really simple. The first round, they have 3 cards. Someone gets energy and buys a card immediately. I'm like, I don't know what these cards are. I'm not gonna touch it.
Yeah. Bro's saving on to his money.
Just wait. The next card, they go, oh, this card, that's like the most broken card in the game.
Oh. Sure.
What is it? If you get a royal flush, it gives you 9 victory points. I'm like, does it stack? And you're like, yeah, you can keep doing it. I went, okay. Got to me. I got energy on my turn, got enough to buy the card. I want that card. And then next turn, rolled a flush and went, okay. And they're like, oh, wow, Charles, you're nearly in the lead. You're still in third place. I'm like, okay. Next turn, I just do it again. I was like, you've told me what to do.
You know what this is giving? This is giving Halo Wars 2 Scarab.
You want to quickly?
Yeah. So back when Halo Wars was pretty popular amongst us and our friendship group, we know most of us would try different combos, different heroes, different things. And Charles didn't have too much time to game. You know, he's a pretty busy guy. So like, when he would join, it was pretty reliable. Like, this guy's gonna pull out the Scarab every game, and somehow bro made it work. He forced Scarab every game, and yeah, no, it was just very funny.
Yeah,
and it's giving the same thing. You're like, oh, this works. If it ain't broke, I'm just gonna.
They told me, oh, this is a good way to win. I went, okay, and I did it in like 5 rounds, and they went, oh, what? Oh, Charles, oh, beginner's luck. And I'm like, no, you just told me how to win.
You just gave me
and
the
I
answer.
did it. Like you, I'm like, okay. And then the second round happens because we played 3.
Yeah.
Second round happens, and I don't win, right? But it's not my fault, right?
Okay.
Tarn's already out because he gets knocked out really quickly each time.
Poor guy.
Poor dude, right? I'm gonna name names. I blame Nayo for what happened next, right?
Only they will know. Everyone else listening to be like,
they're not gonna fucking watch.
who are these people?
What friends watch it, watch the pod, and then maybe you can get responses, and I don't know.
It's like CJ DM me about
Dude,
last
we
episode.
got distracted. You keep doing that.
Sorry, yeah.
I didn't talk shit about you last week about the thing I wanted to, and I spent 5 minutes talking shit about CJ,
Oh, it's so good.
and I never got to the why I wanted to talk shit about you. But yeah, so to get the story over, Steven was in the center, low health. And so I'm like, oh, so now kill him. Kill him now. And then she, in like one of the final rounds, goes for 6 energy.
Right.
All the cards were like 4s and 5s.
Choice.
All dog shit cards. And then she does like 6 energy, buys a card, and it's like, oh, cool. She's out like the next round. Or like the 2 rounds later.
GG.
And so then Christian's like the next round. And because she bought a card, the next card that went in is, oh, if you spend 7 tokens, you get 2 turns.
Oh.
So it goes back, goes to Christian. So I haven't actually had a proper, like, in the life or death bit, I haven't had a proper turn yet. Christian goes, basically kills Steve and gets him down to 1 HP. I'm on, like, 6. So I'm fine. But he buys that card, does another turn, does 6 damage. I'm out. Steven was out. So I'm like, Nayo, you... And so I blamed her.
Look, I get that. But I feel like I need more sides of the story, and I feel like you just haven't adapted well enough there.
I think I've done pretty well to sum it up. Granted, I'm still. I think I'm not good at this game.
Right.
Third game,
but you're not the only one new to the game there at the table.
No, most people played it.
For real?
Yeah, I don't know. This game seems made up. Never heard of it, and they're like,
there's no shot.
Christian had played it. Nate had played it. Steven had played it. I don't think Tarn had, but Tarn.
Okay, yeah, but Tarn's pretty smart.
Tarn may have, but Tarn got hard done by. I feel bad for Tarn because
Tarn's redemption arc's gonna go crazy.
Like the third game, I just like I don't know how to win this besides doing that first play. I'm just gonna get a bunch of energy by cards.
If it ain't broke.
I did that, and I bought a card that instantly does. I think someone else went into Tokyo and did a bunch of damage to everybody. Yeah. So I got health, and then I got a bunch of energy. I had like 15 energy when you only meant to have like 3.
Right.
So I reset the deck with you pay 2, reset the deck. Next card instantly does 4 damage to every player besides you. Bought that card. Damn. Kills Tarn. Instantly out. He's out like early. I'm like, sorry, Tarn.
It had to be done.
And then Christian was looking like he was going to win. And I just say, wouldn't it be better if we monopolize the victories between us and don't share with Steven? So that way, if we end on 3, either one of us wins. So because he was targeting me because I'd won a game. Like, yeah. And he goes, that's a great idea. He then starts trying to team up with me. I'm like, no, I didn't say let's team up. I just said don't go for me. But then I think he deliberately just kind of gives me the win. And this is where the start of this thing was, I think my friends aren't very good at board games, except maybe Jack. Jack's pretty good. And I don't want to get into you because I don't think you're good at them. I think you just complain at people.
You stink, man. You stink. You stink.
I'm sorry.
Big doo-doo. You know, just one compliment. It wouldn't hurt. Wouldn't kill you.
I just haven't played the board games you're good at.
Maybe.
Because I'm not a board game person.
That is potentially true.
Ready? There we go. There. Middle ground.
All right.
But Steven didn't know the rules to his own game because in this game, when you attack someone, that's when you go in.
Yeah.
Gets to the final round, I attack him, He doesn't do anything. He just takes it. I bought a card my second last turn, which allows me to use my energy to get help. And he goes, all right, I'm going to do damage. Does 4 damage. I spend 3 tokens, and I beat him.
Damn.
And so I'm like, oh, sweet. The next day, in the group chat, they're complaining about me winning.
Right.
Oh, next time I'm going to gang up on you. Oh, blah, blah, blah. I didn't really do anything.
No.
But yeah, it was a great night. And
I am upset that I had to miss that. I was actually quite looking forward to it.
welcome to episode 11.
Wow, 11 already.
This is actually insane. And
nuts.
I think to start off, I do want to do a quick game, right?
All right.
You've just heard my story.
Yeah, we've just talked about a bunch of games. I wouldn't mind playing one.
I want to start off with a quick game. I saw a tweet about this, and it was about 3 sci-fi movies to start, bench, or cut.
Bench or cut. All right.
Right? So it's like a basketball thing, right? So you're a starter, you're on the bench, you're off the team.
Yeah.
Okay? Recently, Project Hail Mary came out. We all love it. That's the first one.
Yeah.
Interstellar.
Right.
Blade Runner 2049. Start, bench, cut.
Ooh. Ow. Well,
the original tweet was Arrival, and I was like, okay, I don't think you're that much of a Arrival person, so I'll put Blade Runner in.
Either way, Ryan Gosling's winning here, right? Because he's got Blade Runner and he's got Project Hail Mary. Like, he's safe. I think I'm going to start with 2049.
Yep.
Because that is just one of the best movies made, period.
Yep.
So it's really just between Interstellar and Project Hail Mary.
And which one of those you're thinking is...
I really felt the emotion in Interstellar, but I think I enjoyed my overall time with Project Hail Mary a fraction more. I think the highs of Interstellar are better, right? And like, I'm really nitpicking because I'd put them on the same caliber. Like, they're of the same cloth.
Yeah.
These movies are the tip of the top at the very peak, right?
But you gave Project Hail Mary a 4 out of 5, did you not?
I'd upped it since we watched it. It's a 4.5.
4.5.
Actually.
Okay.
It's very close to a 5. It's with like enough time to really process it properly. It's really grown on me, and I'm actually going to be rewatching it soon. Like, it's that good. So, see, it's not fair because I've watched Interstellar in a proper IMAX as well.
Yeah.
And the IMAX we watched Project Hail Mary was fantastic. But was it like the sound quality is probably not? And the soundtrack in Interstellar is better than Project Hail Mary.
You got to make a call. Make a call. You're benching or cutting one of these two.
In a perfect world, I'm not cutting either. But for the sake of the game, I'm sorry, Project Hail Mary.
Oh, okay,
you're getting cut. You're getting cut. It is so close, though. Like, it is so close.
I think I'm starting Interstellar,
right?
Benching Blade Runner, and then cutting Project Hail Mary.
Which is now it just looks like we just don't like Project Hail Mary, which is not
granted.
True. Best movie of the year.
If this is going into a short, I apparently hate Project Hail Mary now because it's not like that. That's how shorts work.
Yeah, that is how shorts work.
But I
can't believe you're complaining about Project Hail Mary.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a hater. I actually hate Phil. Hate the directors. Look, Daniel Pemberton.
Either way, we've both got Ryan Gosling on our team. So
absolutely.
I think, as having ourselves on the team, it can only go up.
No one's gonna get that bit because we've just referenced it. But yeah, like literally me.
I mean, literally me. Yeah.
The second game that I have is I saw a clip from the Escape podcast where they did a versus of the big three between Marvel Comics and the MCU, but they used the movie version of these characters.
I've seen a little bit of this
because I thought it was diabolical. Like I love those boys, right? I've talked to them in DMs.
What are we doing?
For a bit.
What are we doing?
All right. We seemingly agree way too much, and I'm hoping that you come up with a take that I don't agree with, right?
Yeah, look, we'll see.
Right? So they did the big three of both, which is Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man for the MCU films.
Yeah.
And for the comics, it's Spider-Man, Wolverine, and Hulk. And their answer, right, if using the movie versions, was that the MCU big three win, and they win basically low diff.
Right.
And they use prime versions of all of these characters, all of them, except Cap doesn't have Mjolnir, because as they said, they said it would end the fight really quickly if it did.
Oh, we did us.
Yeah.
Bro, he needs Mjolnir.
And then...
What are we talking about? What are we saying?
Yeah, they said, yeah.
I know that those guys aren't avid comic readers,
no,
though.
The thing is, though, I think, Andrew posted a photo of him reading comic, like even like on his story today. So like they do read comics.
Maybe he's just trying to correct himself here because clearly something's gone wrong in the editing room or something.
Look, Andrew is the trivia movie guy.
Yeah, movie wise, those guys are really knowledgeable.
And so,
I feel like.
I'm gonna give the floor to you. Who wins that fight and gives some?
It's not the MCU. It's just not.
And it's like Hugh Jackman's Wolverine from like Deadpool and Wolverine. It's Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, and it's Tom Holland's Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're saying that beats.
I think. Look, Thor beats Hulk, right?
And
that's only if he has Mjolnir, because ultimately Hulk just can't lift it, right?
Yeah.
So one thing Hulk can't move
use against him.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Otherwise, I think.
But he beat in Thor Ragnarok. He didn't have.
But
Mjolnir.
the issue is, we're talking about Wolverine. Like
they were dogging, and they said Prime. It's like, cool. We're not using Deadpool Wolverine version.
Wolverine will just.
We're using Prime
like,
Wolverine.
That's adamantine. That's going through nanotech, right?
Yeah.
So like Iron Man's done if he's close combat with Wolverine.
Yeah,
and all his range weapons
we'll
won't
use
work
like
on
Infinity War Endgame version of Tony.
Yeah.
Because like I
so even still, like
Endgame suit, but I would say Infinity War Tony is
he's
like
still
Prime.
in a like his suit will run out of power before Wolverine can die.
Yeah, because they're saying, oh, they can knock him out, and I'm like,
Good luck.
I'm like, good
For
luck.
starters. This guy's
So
like a brick shit house.
they said, and this is the big thing. I actually wrote this down.
Yeah.
The way they described it is that Tony matched Thanos, and they're like, oh, but he 1v1 Thanos, and I'm like,
all that for a drop of blood. Are we getting the line?
I wrote that quote, and I'm like, it's a 1v6. So even if we use, power scalers don't really use narrative scaling. They go, okay, but let's use what's on the
what's
screen.
on the screen.
But it's a 6v1. If it's a 6v1, it wouldn't.
Yeah, Thanos
Tony
is worn
wouldn't
down.
be
Like,
rivaling.
It's not Iron Man versus Thanos. He has a brief moment where he has to run the one.
Yeah, and he loses. I would say he gets low diffed.
Yeah,
because
I think he does some interesting stuff for like being put into a corner by himself, but it's not. Yeah, they're not comparable.
Yeah, and so because
like, we saw what Thanos did to Hulk without the gauntlet. So like,
yeah,
let's not. It definitely does do well for Tony. Like it's probably one of his best feats, but like he's still not. As soon as he comes to ground.
He's in the air and he's shooting. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but his suit will run out of power before Hulk. I mean,
you're really gonna play the run out of power card?
I think it would run out of power before he can kill Wolverine. Wolverine
he
is
just has to put him down.
Suit.
Granted, I think Hulk. I would say Hulk would be the threat. Like people have done the matchup.
Hulk can just throw Wolverine, like the Marvel Rivals team up.
Yeah, that actually works.
Hulk throws Wolverine, or
I think
Spider-Man webs him down. Because also Spider-Man beats especially this Brand New Day.
Like if we're using Brand New Day or like again, it's Prime versions.
I think people underplay or
they
downplay Spider-Man a lot.
They use these Civil War feats of losing the Cap.
Yeah.
As if like that's not a 15-year-old and not the 25-year-old
version.
Him
starting out. He's had a lot of development since then.
It's the first day of him in that suit.
Yeah.
You don't think like the years
and years of yeah. Not to mention his strength is crazy in the MCU. Like Bucky and Cap are relative. Spider-Man in that same movie, boom,
so
stops his punch,
which is a ridiculous feat, by the way.
Insane feat.
Well, I think the same movie we used that feat of when he's holding the helicopter against the thing, and we're like, oh, look at Captain America go. Canonically, I think was it 9 months later, he's holding the ferry.
Yeah,
and he's
way stronger feat,
and that because that outscales Toby. And you're like, holy shit, right?
The Spider-Man is dog walking Captain America.
And it's been 9 years since then. And granted, there's been some years where,
Yeah, I love Cap. The only issue is Thor.
Thor
is the only issue. It's hard to carry.
His scaling is so inconsistent.
Oh, yeah, but we got to take him at his strongest. That's what we're doing here. So at his strongest, it's not looking good. But I think that Hulk and Wolverine can outlast what Thor's dishing out.
I think Cap goes out first.
Cap's gone.
Very quickly.
Cap and Tony are gone. I think Wolverine is getting thrown at, like, Iron Man.
Yeah.
Iron Man's out. Spider-Man takes out Captain America. Thor is running the ones with Hulk after Hulk throws Wolverine. He's winning. But then he's got Spider-Man and Wolverine. And then it's just a 3-on-1 and Thor's not winning that.
When you have one duelist and 2 vanguards versus... 2 duelists and a vanguard.
Marvel Rivals guy over here.
I don't know. Like
I don't think it's easy diff or mid diff. It's
No.
high diff for either side, but I do think it's a bit of a no-brainer to say.
I think there's too many win cons for the Spidey, Wolverine, Hulk thing, and
Yeah.
also their sustain of being able to continuously like be like you have two characters with healing factors,
Yeah,
versus
like
two that don't.
insane healing factors,
And
mind you.
if you're putting Tony in the awesome suit, still it does break apart. It just needs to break apart.
Yeah, Prime Tony is him using a suit for whatever occasion best suits him. But this isn't. He doesn't have an all-rounder suit for these three.
Because what does he was able to take brute force damage from Thanos. As soon as it becomes piercing damage, done.
Yeah,
and what is Wolverine? Is piercing damage.
Piercing damage.
Like,
he's got claws. He's gonna.
So he
tear
breaks
him up.
apart, pierce,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, okay, I just don't see that. And I don't think there's anything in his arsenal that I prime Wolverine.
And can Spider-Man use the hammer?
I don't. And I don't.
Hey,
think so. This Spider-Man.
Do we think Tom Holland Spider-Man?
Oh, granted, after what he did in fucking No Way Home, that's
Is he
the
worthy?
most worthy
Is he
thing.
worthy?
That's the most worthy thing.
Because then it's a very hypothetical. Then that's you
that's
can't
going-
consider that. But that's gone a lot longer than I thought.
That's
But
going
it
too
was a lot of fun.
But what do you guys think?
Yeah, what do you think?
All right, this is a bit of fun. We love the Escape Pod boys, and so I think
If you give Cap Mjolnir, it's a much closer fight.
I think so. And then you give Stormbreaker to
Thor.
Sure.
Yeah.
As we've very much learned, I guess I do want to do news first because I've got a joke. I don't have much news to say, but as we found out that even like you do a short that's very, very simple, people will take you disingenuously.
yikes.
So we'll go into that later. But for the news roundup, I've got one thing.
Yeah.
And it is a spoiler for Amazing Spider-Man, one of the new comics.
Right.
Do you care about spoilers for the new Amazing?
No, it's okay.
I don't think anyone here is
I haven't
reading
been reading the run, so it's been a while since
Ladies
I
and
watched
gentlemen,
the Marvel run.
We got him. Paul's dead.
Yeah, actually.
Gets that. So, haven't read the book.
Yeah.
I've seen 2 pages.
Okay. That's all I needed to see.
Look, it got
That's all
leaked
I needed
early.
to see.
Someone's
Okay,
leaked
yeah.
it, and it's just
I can
Paul standing
imagine.
there going, ah! And it's gonna be good for the thumbnail. But it's him getting fucking stabbed by a new symbiote villain. And for some reason, the next page, I think it's like Spider-Man and Carnage. And
Right.
Carnage is consoling Spider-Man, but Spider-Man doesn't give a fuck.
You know, I was so worried when you wrote this on the notes for our podcast episode because I was like, Paul's not dying. Him and Debbie are fine. I was like, what's this guy on about?
read the comic.
I was like, he must have got like some weird sort of spoiler on Twitter because like that's new. Like,
I
I don't remember
know
that.
that. Just going through all the Pauls that you know,
I was
like Paul
there's only
Giamatti.
one Paul on my mind at the moment, other than
Yeah,
Delisa Al-Gaib,
yeah.
and that's Invincible Paul.
Yeah, no, Paul from the Marvel Spider-Man comics that we all hate.
Well, yeah, it's making a lot more sense to me now that you've said
Who's
this,
getting
so-
played by Jabba the Hutt in Brand New Day, it seems.
Damn.
That's a Rebels reference. I don't know if you get that.
No, sorry, I don't know the cast well enough to.
Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah,
Jabba.
yeah. I know Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah,
I know
but-
who that is. I just
No,
don't know.
Ezra used a code name in the episode. It's the actor that played Ezra in Ahsoka.
Right. Okay, that makes more sense.
And
okay.
like the actor loves to do the Jabba the Hutt joke. And
Yes,
so I thought you
yes.
were cultured. My bad.
Not that cultured.
But yeah, that's literally normally our news section goes for a while.
That's really it.
That's it. That's what
I haven't
Oh,
had
granted, there's a
anything.
bunch of news, and it's like Disney's going to potentially buy Epic Games. There's the RAM stuff that's
Disney
happening.
Infinity is back. It's back.
The most expensive way to go about making a Disney Infinity 3.
Would be crazy.
Yeah. But like, look, that's happening, by the way, guys. Right.
Yeah.
But I think this is a good way to kind of go into just really in full effect that our shorts content is going up on our Insta, our
Yes.
YouTube, and our TikTok. And
It's
it has been a
fully-
crazy 5 days.
It has been insane. Yeah, wow. Shorts have been kind of doing a lot better than I think either of us imagined them doing in the first week.
So in my head, I had an outline of how the shorts would be made, how they'd look, and how they'll perform. It's just on the wrong platform. I thought this was going to be a TikTok thing. And I was like, okay,
right.
I'm expecting, I'm hoping for 1 to 20,000. That's what, like,
decent amount. You know, a little bit of engagement.
Yeah.
A few comments at best.
The stuff we're doing is old because, you know,
we're normally because it's a weekly episode, like Invincible for us comes out the day after we record the podcast.
Right.
It's like
and
a
so
bit later on.
We released a clip of us reacting to the trailer and talking about the trailer footage, and then Dinosaur, which is in episode 1.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, and it was just really confusing.
It's blown up, yeah.
But yeah, so Zach's gotten out 5, and he's just sent me 6, and he's sent me the 7th.
Yeah.
And he's starting to lock in, and I've got some stop.
You said it, man.
And then I've got other people in the reserves who are just getting ready to start pumping out some stuff. So that's exciting.
To see, yeah.
But we've had one do 93,000 views on Instagram
as of recording, yeah.
And holy shit, it is.
We're fighting for our life.
Fighting for our life.
Section.
We love that we're getting attention. 500 shares on that post alone.
Yeah.
But and look, if you can on one of the socials, I don't know which one it is. We got a comment about my clip with CJ, and so I'm reading off my phone, and it's very clearly at the start that I say, "Oh, Grant Morrison said something in response to Damian Lindelof." Pulls out phone, reads off of it, and I read the full quote, and then we start joking about Tom King being a part of the CIA, right?
Yes.
And then that's the clip. It's a much longer segment, right? But
right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Now you could say that we're hating on Tom King, right? Cool, right?
Yeah, all right.
But most of it is joking about how we would like Grant to be involved in part of the DCU. And that's pretty much it.
Pretty much
60 seconds.
The through point, yeah. There's only so much you can get across in a short video.
Right. Someone comments that that I can't remember the exact bit, that I was disingenuous, that I've lost all credibility.
Man, he's spitting right now.
and that I was like basically I'm a fucking horrible person.
Damn.
For saying that that without the show coming out and on the episodes coming out that the writers phoned it in. I never said that. I read Grant's quote.
Yeah.
And Grant didn't even say that. Grant said phoning in their friends. Not phoned in a writing effort.
Yeah.
It was phoned in their friends instead of people that would rather. And so I'm like, fuck me. What did I do? Like, I didn't do
Shoot
anything.
the messenger, why don't you? Yeah.
And so when doing the opening bit with the escape pod, it just made me think, shit, I could have some diabolical takes, right? Like,
yeah.
I've got not many, you know, like, I but I can go without sharing those, like, that I like Man of Steel, that I think TASM 2 is
liking Man of Steel isn't a hot take. It's where you put Man of Steel. That's the hot
that I think Amazing Spider-Man 2 is a top 55.
We think Amazing Spider-Man 2 is a top. It is in my top 25.
You need to be careful with. I can't be associated with you.
I'm just sharing that it's both in our top 25.
We both like Amazing Spider-Man 2, right? This is the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Charles more than me.
No. Oh, yeah, you want to do that?
No, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah. But that even going off objective things that are said by other people and just reporting it, we can still get hate. I'm like, okay, cool. There is no winning.
There's no immunity here. You know?
That Danny Motta thing that I sent you. Just Danny Motta just getting hate for existing.
That's gonna happen though. It's the internet, you know.
And that's
new there.
The beauty of this podcast. It's just 225 comments, all just
yikes. Yeah. Hopefully it brings some traffic this way, and people can watch it with a lot of context and actually understand that we aren't just complaining and bitching like most people with a podcast.
Yeah, and I think the big thing I just want to connect, because we're jumping straight back into it, right?
Yeah.
When you have 60 seconds of a short, or maybe 3 minutes, which we're going to be putting out soon.
Yeah.
It is a small bite of a larger idea. And what I found was, if I ever commented and replied to someone and I try to engage with the full thing, because, obviously I remember what I said in the full podcast, right? I'm like, obviously my full point is this. And they're like, well, that's not in the clip. And you hate it. You hate the show. I'm like,
well, the original clip is actually the whole episode.
Yeah, right.
This is an advert.
And
it's meant to be catchy. You're meant to.
And I love that people engage you, right?
It is great, honestly.
I did.
There is some fair comments there as well. Some people are like, I don't really mind X, Y, and Z. Yeah. I'm just here for this. That's so fine.
Yeah.
It's more so the people who are like, you're losers who complain and la 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 la. I'm like,
I'm even fine with that. I saw someone who agreed with me, and then someone pulled out the arsehole, and I'm like, banned.
Oh, whoa.
I blocked him. I just
I
blocked him, deleted his comment. I'm like, hopefully the other person didn't see.
Yeah.
And like, first word was just bang, and then had a point, and I'm like, cool, you could have just said your point. You didn't have to come out with a slur.
Yeah, it's the way that people share their opinions. It's just it'll never surprise to
sitting at work. What the fuck? Click into it.
It's just consistent. I mean, the internet is just
That's Instagram comments for you as well.
Yeah. It is risky putting our shorts on Instagram, but it's paying off. High risk, high reward right now.
So if you click in our bios on all of our social, you'll be seeing this. You'll be able to see all of our socials. Follow us on all of them, right? We'll be posting stuff. And
it's a lot easier to share our short content than the whole podcast episodes, I imagine. So.
And we've just been loving engaging with people in people operating in good faith, because there's gonna be tons of stuff that people disagree with us on. We gotta find something. It's hard when everything we watch is so good.
Especially at the moment, there are things we disagree on. We just
gotta get to them.
We're gonna get to it.
It's more like in the middle of the year it's when we get to it. But when we watch JoJo, and we both go, JoJo's so good, right?
It's hard when we got good media. We got good media, so
we both like Project Hail Mary. Oh shit!
No, we both cut it out. We don't like it.
No, we hate it. We hate
Project Hail Mary. Yeah.
I have a lot
Keep
here
the agenda
on the short thing, right? But I don't know. I feel like I got my venting out.
Yeah,
to you earlier.
Fair. I also am not done though. I do want to clarify that Western animation is awesome. All right, and I just can't stand the Invincible fandom. I can't. I really can't. I am one of them, and I see the seedlings of the Star Wars fandom in Invincible, and it gets to me.
Okay,
because I'm like, once upon a time, we were civilized. We used to have open ideas and opinions about art forms without it just getting dog walked or misinterpreted or whatever it be. And when we talked about it and when we were clipped, when we clipped ourselves about it, it was very like we took the most key words, the things that were going to rile people up.
The thing we're the most angry about was dinosaur.
Yeah.
So we took that bit and we put it out.
Took that bit, and we're aware of the ins and outs behind the scenes for the most part of how Invincible is getting made.
Yep.
And we're pretty in the space, right? So when there's people in the comments just ridiculing us about our lack of understanding, I was like, oh, this is hilarious. This is so funny. Because then I'd look at your responses, you'd look at my responses, and we'd, give a decent lengthy response as to why, no, that's not the case, X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then we'd just get nothing.
Yeah.
No response. And I'm like, well.
There are some people that did go
yeah, some people did, yeah. But, like, I just want to point out, because you'd wrote down a couple, like, Korra and Arcane, Western animation.
Just with Arcane, I wrote that down, but in brackets, obviously that is kind of the peak of what money can do on a screen, because that's way more expensive.
But then you have things like Castlevania, which is predominantly in the US, and I know you haven't seen the most recent
it is on the list,
season, but to me the ending of Nocturne, the most recent ending, is by far the best bit of animation fight I've seen, period. And that includes any anime that I've watched. So
seriously, like,
I'm being serious. I think it is that good. It is that good. So when I know how much money Invincible's getting, and then we talk about the visuals just being pretty bland,
well, so
it got to me. I was like, damn.
My big thing is like, it doesn't need to have the most advanced like compositing or anything.
I'm not asking for like it's the same art quality.
Is just,
I don't need the comparison. I just want the art style to be lifted a little, tiny bit more detail, like or slightly better lighting,
or just to have more interesting storyboards. Because like I think even really and not even having to go to anime. If you want to even go to,
we'll just stick to Western
kids TV from the 2000s.
Yeah, Ben 10.
Ben 10. I was literally thinking Ben 10.
Ben 10.
But like, there are some interesting things you can do with character designs or with taking into mind low budget film animation and everything.
There's ways you can work.
And the reason why the latest season of Jujutsu Kaisen, for the most part, I think it's getting a lot of praise, is because of Gosso's amazing storyboards.
Yeah.
So that isn't a price tag. That is, they've allowed him to he's going super hard to do some experimental, sometimes a bit wonky, right? Yeah. But it is really
it's pushing the
storyboards, right?
Yeah.
And then we get to Invincible. It is very conservative, right? And that's a choice.
Which is, it would be fine. It's just...
But when we're like, hey, these storyboards, I think, undermine the storytelling here.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you said, Demon Slayer, for example, mediocre story, amazing execution, and a lot of things I think we were of the same mind of when replying to a lot of the engagement was we both like the story of Invincible. We just want the visuals to be on par.
Yeah,
you know?
and when season
And
one, I would consider to be that meets the bar of what was expected.
I was happy with it.
And
You
so
know,
I spoke for you in the comments where I'm like, okay, we're both like 9-10 on season one.
You know
like,
my
we're very
opinion,
high on the first few seasons. This is the first time we both have gone, this is tween. Like I've even in videos on the main channel have gone, I think people are complaining too much about the animation thing until we got to the Invincible War and the power what's its name? Powerplex.
Yeah.
I was like, that was the Powerplex's episode was the first time I went, this would have been a 10 out of 10 episode, 9 out of 10 out of 10 episode if the animation and art. Sorry, I'm saying animation is a catch-all.
Yeah,
but
it's a very
but
blanket term.
when he was going full ball, I just felt it undersold the emotion by just being as simplistic as it is, right?
Yeah.
The electricity, the
especially if you're gonna have that much of an A-list cast,
right?
You kind of want to match the performances.
And so if you're going to spend like you got like and all the numbers on Twitter, all wrong, right?
Yeah.
So the JJK budget, wrong. The Invincible budget,
they're all
wrong, right? The only thing we know about Invincible's budget is that it was at season 2, it was 4 times less than The Boys. So when I'm talking about that, I think Invincible's budget should be either adjusted to actually meet the demand that this is one of the biggest shows on television.
Well, yeah,
it's that The Boys on the same fucking network is getting all that money.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then they're able to get a season every 2 years. And granted, that's very different mediums, but I had someone argue with me. They're
Robert
like,
Kirkman doesn't treat them as 2 different mediums.
that's the thing.
He treats it as television.
He talks about it like, for 80 years we've done annual television. I'm like, you're doing 60-minute animated episodes. Were they doing that in the 70s? You show me an animated series in the 70s.
That's it, right? And I think I have to like look at more interviews perhaps with Robert Kirkman and more statements, but I think he might ultimately be the reason why the visuals aren't where they want to be.
It's his
fucking
fucking thing.
It's his thing.
Which, as artists, fucking go
Fair
nuts.
Do what
right?
you want to do.
This is just us voicing our preference of just talking about, hey, what do we think about Invincible? Oh, fuck, it could look a little bit better. That's it. That's literally it. And then because we've got fucking microphones, and a 2-hour runtime, we're talking a little longer about it, right? We're talking about this.
We can go a bit more in depth and provide a bit more.
What exactly could look a little better? Well, here I feel like this character design
a little bit
undermines
why, X, Y, and Z.
That's it. But I was arguing with people. They're like, oh, fucking more people's not going to do it. I'm like, okay, if you've got a problem, right? If you've got 10 nails that need knocked in, if you had 10 people knocking in nails, that gets knocked in with faster than there was one person doing 10 nails.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. More money isn't giving one person more money. It means you can...
And that's it. And I think that we have probably more to say about it specifically when we get to talking about this week's Invincible episode. Because, goodness.
That's the next thing. The last thing I'll say, a lot of people are saying they were cutting corners. They're trying to get under deadline to 12 months. I have never said I want it every 12 months. I have never said...
Wait, when have we ever voiced that opinion?
And I'm like, I was like, oh, that's what you get. They've said they're going to cut corners.
You've got to choose. I'm like, why do I have to choose?
Why we don't have to choose? It is a money problem. It is a capitalism thing, right? And I don't want to go into some rant about capitalism here. But like, obviously Amazon wants it annually because of all the metrics and everything. Robert Kermit wants it annually because he wants it to be in the cultural zeitgeist. These all make sense. These are choices
I agree
they have made.
with most of the decisions on that regard.
It then becomes a question is to get it annually, it will cost a lot more to get it to the level of other things like a Castlevania.
Yeah.
And when the exact cost difference is Devil May Cry, which has been used a lot, that cuts down on runtime to do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't... Robert Kirkman founded his own animation studio, whereas Studio Mia has been doing this for 30 years. Like,
that's it, right?
Like, you go back to Korra and everything, you're like, oh, shit.
They're veterans.
They're veterans, right?
They know what they're doing.
They've got a system they've implemented across all of their shows, and there's a bunch of goats, and they've got...
I think that's the thing that would, like, probably... My solution, if I was, at Amazon or working on the Invincible, would be to push... Let's outsource. Let's get some other, animation companies to come in, help out.
Which outsourcing isn't always the solution.
Not always, but when you've got Amazon behind you with that money, you can definitely outsource, especially the smaller scenes,
Yeah. Well,
that way you can work on the larger ones.
I would actually argue that I would love... So this is the part that I love about anime, because it feels like the only way I can describe it is like a draft, right? And when I'm saying like, with Jujutsu Kaisen, comparing it all the time, right? It feels like every week, every episode, depending on the skills that are needed for that episode, when you get on Twitter and you see the cast list and you're looking, you're like, oh, fuck, they got this guy, and you go, what's that guy done? And it treats every individual artist like it's Paddy Cripps, like it's Bontempelli,
yeah,
and so you're like, oh shit, this episode's gonna need a lot of cubes.
Yeah.
Well, guess who we got? We got the cube guy from My Hero. And you're like, oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, he's that guy.
And so if in Invincible, like for me, I'm like, open up the call and get these people to come in, right? And granted, in the space of anime, and there's gonna be a lot of people saying this, there's a lot of exploitation when it comes to outsourcing of this kind, where anyone externally outside of Japan, they get paid fucking peanuts, right?
Yeah.
Now, to all the people claiming that Mappa slaves and stuff, like they basically,
well, the conditions of animation have
worldwide
notoriously never been
it's
good.
a worldwide issue.
Yeah.
Japanese culture is also a worthy point, but I just need to come in for clarification, and I'm going to use Mother's Basement, who's a YouTuber that we love, as a source. Mappa actually pays some of the better salaries in the entire industry, and the budget quoted here is almost certainly wrong. The studio's issue has always been crunching their employees, not underpaying them, and thankfully, from what I've heard of JJK Season 3, it has not been as bad by far. JJK Season 2 was the breaking point, where industry vets, one of my favorites, Vincent Chansard, was on a podcast saying, I refuse to ever work for them again if they're going to do
what they did.
Do what they did. But there's a reason why Season 3 of JJK, and what I'm hearing from leaks, Season 4, is the talent that they're getting. Obviously, things are improving. Everything we hear, that things are improving. It is still animation. It is still going to be like, 9 to 9, 6 days a week. Like, it is.
It's hard work. It's very hard work.
And like, I do want to move on, but also people who are throwing around salary numbers.
Yeah.
Living in the United States, it costs $12,000 annually to own a car. So to live in San Francisco or to live in LA or these places, you need to be paying a fuck ton for the person to live.
Yeah, literally.
Don't need to own a car in Japan. So instantly, salary $12,000 less. They don't need to pay.
There's a lot of other factors.
There's a bunch of factors.
Yeah.
And so simplifying it to just JJK costs 150K, Invincible is 2 million, underserves both points.
Yeah.
Should we talk about episode 4?
I think we got to. I think we have to.
Okay, so for the TikTok, Invincible episode 4 out of 10. What would you say this episode is?
You're starting with one heck of a question. Out of 10?
Out of 10.
Ooh, can I do decimals?
No.
Decimals?
No.
Ooh.
Just straight out of 10.
Can I give a ballpark?
Yes.
5 or 6?
I think I'm sitting out of 5.
Yeah. I was gonna, if I was allowed decimals, it would have been a 5.5.
Okay, cool.
Because it's really the first 5 minutes and the last 5 minutes that I think push it potentially into the 6 category.
Yeah.
But wow, I understand why its presence was not in the comics.
Now, I do want to say, because I've seen a bunch of people say on Twitter, that wasn't filler. I don't
treat it as filler.
No.
I treat it as
just bad execution.
One of the worst executions the series has put out.
I love bottle episodes.
It is actually the worst.
I love bottle episodes, right?
You like the fly. I can't stand the fly. I'm not a fan.
Bottle episodes,
they can work. They've worked before. Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's its worst episode, but I'd still give that episode like a 7.
Yeah. So because I just want to say, like, this entire episode with Mark going to hell, it's really meant to like drive in his depression and his conflict within himself.
There's a lot of
using hell as your
potential.
setting.
Yeah.
On paper, this
is great. Yeah, it's really good.
This should be a 9 out of 10 episode.
Yeah.
What happened?
What happened is the pacing just takes a dip. My goodness.
This is why you have a B plot in episodes.
Yeah, the B plot. Not only there was nothing to cut to.
But it was just
the
the A
We
plot.
are just in hell with Mark.
And then you got to Eve twice.
Yeah, which also should have been happening more regularly throughout. I was hoping we'd get a bit more
of a story, like
Eve's revelation there. But wow, none of the jokes landed either. Especially when they were falling, I was just so.
I laughed initially, but they went for 2 minutes.
I was gonna say I was like, the joke. I knew where it was going the moment it happened. I was like, I really don't care. I'm already like the moment Mark got dragged down. I was like, I actually don't want to be here because the introduction alone was so long. Having like Darkblood and his like, I'm gonna say family, quote unquote family, the other devils with him fighting,
He's, like the clan and stuff like right.
and like a lot of the concepts are really cool. I really like the idea of, the devils fighting the natural whatever she is or something. I feel like just so much of it was underbaked, and that they just kind of,
I don't know, because like obviously none of this is in the comics. You're a comic reader. I'm not a comic reader, right?
No,
but
it's
like,
not
so
either.
none of this is there. But so much of it is so, to me, clearly just tacked on. Where like I was hoping it would be this really interesting take, other than Satan's not actually evil.
Yeah. Well,
there's nothing
That's
here.
fine. I just wanted more of an introspective from Mark. I wanted them to ask more moral questions of him.
It was such a simple thing of like, oh, she's really evil. She's just evil.
She's just evil. And yeah, it was great seeing him like no diff someone finally. That was cool, I guess. But like,
at least probably my biggest issue is that I think we found potentially one of the biggest frauds in fiction ever, which is Satan in Invincible.
Yeah.
You have a full 1 minute off-screen transformation, like hiding and appearing.
Was such like the joke did not land. It just felt like a letdown.
The most hideous design. I'm like, oh, this is bad. This is bad. What is this? I hate the tech. This is My Adventures of Superman on roids of horrible tech.
Yeah.
And then he comes to the fight, and I'm like, okay, is he gonna at least get some good hand to hand like Naruto v Sasuke type shit?
He does
and then he gets no diffed. And I'm like, why? Is he actually a jobber? Is he actually a joke? And
they did use that is what Satan is there for. He is a joke.
And I'm like,
the worst part is, you know how we praise comedy, especially like Project Hail Mary.
Yeah.
The extreme of this. But like comedy coming from characters can be very very normal, very like revolved around their character and not at a disservice, or like having them at the what's the term I'm looking for? At the butt of the joke.
Yeah.
Satan was, for all intents and purposes, the butt of the joke. And it wasn't funny because it took so long to get there. And I just fighting Cerberus as well for the crown, and it just felt so pointless and monotonous.
It
and
genuinely felt like a first draft.
Like you could have told all the information that they got across to the readers, or the in this case the viewers or the watchers, could have been done in like less than half the time, like a quarter of the time could have been spent in hell and gotten across everything we needed to get across, and it would have been fine.
I think it's so weird that the scale is so small. And I get why it's small, because obviously, one, character designs, you have to make a ton of them. Two, it's a bottle episode, so you can't introduce too many characters. But you're telling me, like I couldn't buy this as a society, because also, like, the evil monster thing came.
So contained. Like, this place wasn't even bigger than New York.
I don't know.
It just felt so small, and, like, when you're trying to tell a world-threatening, like, villain, where like everything is kept together, the world itself is kept together by Satan.
And she's gonna come back later. I'm like,
0.3 seconds. I'm out.
I'm out. I'm out.
And like I said, the first 5 minutes were fantastic. Everything with art was really well done. A lot of the line changes were great. I really liked.
So that's in the comic.
The conversation is there, and the end. That conversation is there. A lot of things that people were upset about was the suit didn't change, because in the comics he has a different suit. It's a slight different. I actually prefer the knee pads and stuff. So for me, I'm like, this is great. I like it. Like
gloves, I think it looks so kiddie.
That's fair, but like at the same time, I think it represents better, like art, like Mark's character going back to the original.
Yeah,
even if it is a new suit, but of the original, I think it means a lot more to just quite literally grab the original suit and put it back on. Then you can have the modifications after the fact, I think.
Yeah.
Like, if they do want to switch the suit around, which they probably won't, because that's more work, you know, they can. But the episode overall was just draining. I was watching it with Jack, and I turned to him, and I just went, bro, because I didn't want to watch it. CJ fell asleep.
Cooper, who normal is the most, like, he loves everything he watches. He's one of the most
easy to please guys.
Easy to please movie goers, right? And that's awesome. I wish I was that guy.
Like, yeah.
Oh shit, bro. Harmony. He just sent me a DM going, dog shit.
Fucking exactly what it was.
Worst thing I've seen. What the hell was that?
Yeah.
And he like, this is a Minecraft movie enjoyer. Like, this is someone who likes some.
Hey, let's not go there.
But he hated it.
Oh.
Genuinely hated it. And I'm like, I'm gonna watch it.
And now this is the big issue, though, isn't it? Because what we were talking about before, with the visuals aren't on par with the narrative. Well, what happens when the narrative's not there? Because now all your eggs are in one basket and it's been taken.
Yeah, and so like,
so you can't. The music didn't carry, the visuals don't carry, and the narrative is the series is worst by far.
And so if you're gonna tell me stop watching, I'm like, this was my show. I love the show, and now I just had a bad episode. Like, it's the first bad episode of the show.
And what it does is it really makes me actually quite worried about future story decisions and whether or not they'll go through with some narrative choices that I didn't think they would have gone with. But now after getting an episode like this, I'm like, well, now it could happen. Like, there could be more narrative choices further on that aren't ideal or aren't good. So the quality has now taken a dip.
Look, hopefully it's just one stumble, because like,
I want to stay optimistic and be like that as well, but it is tricky.
Yeah.
It is tricky, especially knowing some things that come up later and how they'll handle it.
I'm kind of like, because I know, like, I haven't read the comic, right? But my worry is this season is it's season 4. They've introduced, I don't know if I said this the other week, I don't think it was to you, but like, they're introducing Thrag, where I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
Thrag's strong. He's broken. I'm like, okay.
Fan favorite, you know?
Cool. Every person they've introduced comes to Earth, beats the shit out of Mark. Mark has been enough of an issue where I'm like, he's had enough warnings. He needs to die, right? He's on die watch.
Yeah.
And so I'm at a point now where they've introduced like a ticking bomb where I'm like, anytime Mark now, if he sees Thrag, I don't know. Mark is struggling against a dinosaur that looks like, you know, a Roblox character. So I'm like,
yeah,
he has, like, I'm like, please introduce something that makes me believe why Mark could still be alive every day, each day.
Yeah, I will say a bit quiet on the topic, but I know exactly what you mean. Like, okay. It's a very valid thing, because he struggles all the time, and I like my heroes to struggle. You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But when you have the power set that Mark does,
yeah,
to struggle against a couple like flaxen like robots.
But it's just like, Spider-Man doesn't have to worry about Frieza on his way to Earth going, I'm here. Yeah, I'm just here to kill Peter. That's it. And so like, when I'm watching Spider-Man, I'm like, I love how he struggles and he's fighting scientists and lizards.
Yes.
You know, Frieza rocks up and I'm like, Spider-Man has to have a good reason why he's not dead.
Right.
So that's basically
that's it. Yeah. I will say I really enjoyed you know, having William in the episode, but I don't like the new voice.
That voice,
I was like,
so bad. Now,
I was so thrown
I
off.
did read on Twitter that it was a scheduling conflict.
Sure, things happen. I'm okay with that.
But also that the actor that played before apparently is a Zionist. I'm like, okay, cool. Get
him out.
Get out.
Get him out.
I'm like, all right, cool.
Yikes. But it was a bit jarring. I think I just would have liked someone a bit more in line with what they had before. Because there's a very obvious difference in the way he sounded.
It just sounds like a different person. Honestly, I was like, not even close. Like, granted, because there's been a lot of recasts, and I don't think many people have noticed them. Like,
no, they've been
Titan got
good,
recast. Yeah. Granted, Rudy is technically a recast because they're using the guy from Walking Dead who does the best impersonations ever. I can't remember his name.
I don't know his name, but
so
I know who
Zachary Quinto did one, and then he does the other.
Yeah.
And now he just does both because obviously he can, because he does everybody.
Yeah.
Like, you know, everyone thought Hugo Weaving came back in Endgame, and no, it's just this guy. Yeah. He's just that good.
Yeah.
Which, granted, that's an example of not just getting a celebrity like Tom Cruise to come in to try and voice a character.
Just get actual,
just a genuine voice actor, like guy who is just the best at doing.
Just really good impersonator. Yeah.
So I did see someone say, stop getting celeb voice actors like Mark Hamill. I'm like, fucking, out of anyone you could have picked.
Like the voice actor. Like, just what are we talking about?
Mark Hamill. Yes, the Mark Hamill who shows up twice a season to say a couple lines. Yeah. That's the issue with the show.
Also, like, praised in the superhero animation.
Yeah, just
fandom. Like, what do we?
I'm not with that guy. That's not me.
But yeah, I liked the first 5 minutes a lot. I liked all the ideas they were tackling with Mark, and I thought the cliffhanger was great. And
Yes,
it's just
because I felt like that was back to canon.
yeah,
So,
we're back. We're back on track.
yeah.
Yes, back to your regular programming, which was
we're
nice.
gonna get cooked.
I don't care. I really don't care. Let them come.
It's the first bad episode of the show.
Yeah, actually bad episode. Yeah,
Yeah.
And then we haven't dipped below a 6, and now we have.
Yeah.
So it's tricky.
Yeah, like
I am excited for the next couple of weeks. I know some people are worried about dropping the show next episode because of some events that might not be changed from the comics. We'll talk about it next week. I'm excited to hear your thoughts.
I've got fucking no clue.
No clue, yeah. It's great. I love it. But otherwise, we hope Invincible does a 180 and really brings it home.
I'm expecting next episode to be 9. So if you hear like, oh, Charles is a hater, I'm sitting there going, oh, I'm
Look,
back on
season 1 of Invincible is still like one of my favorite shows of all time.
Yeah.
They're still...
And unlike The Boys, which is very much gone out of my top 10 superhero shows of all time, Invincible's still skirting probably like 9th, right? It's still in there.
Yeah.
Like Young Justice is out of there because of season 4, right? Like superhero shows are known to have a dud season or like way too long.
Yeah.
And
Invincible's overall still doing a lot better than like 99% of the...
Still great, right? Is it Netflix Daredevil good? No.
Yeah, let me just choose one of the best.
The best thing, right? Right? I've just picked the best thing. And then obviously it's not that, but it's still fucking very good.
It's still very good, yeah.
Cool. Hopefully that's enough. That's enough airtime. If someone grabs a transcript, it's just pleading. We like it. We like it.
We like Invincible, please.
But there's something that doesn't exist. Where's JoJo?
Bro, what's JoJo? I want Steel Ball Run. I don't care about JoJo. Where's Steel Ball Run?
You fucking did me dirty there.
No, I want. Where is Steel Ball Run? Netflix? Where is it?
Have you seen what people are doing?
I'm a part of it. I've been commenting.
So I'm a 100 meters enjoyer, right?
Yeah.
And then it did a post about like who's your favorite runner, and it showed a bunch of anime where characters run, and I'm like, where the fuck is Sandman?
Yeah.
And everyone in the comments it's just like Gyro, Johnny.
This is actually insane. Out of all shows, to like have this happen to, one of the most loyal fan bases is JoJo.
Yeah.
And it happens to
K-pop stands. Star Wars fans. Not even Star Wars fans. Just JoJo is up there.
JoJo's up there as like one of the most devout following.
And you just pissed them off a second time.
On like one of the best JoJo.
Fool me once on Stone Ocean, shame on me. I saw this tweet. Fool me twice, here's a like
I just love that the community has come together to like.
No, we're not taking it. Like, where's the second episode?
Where is it?
When the director came out, I'm just excited as you are for the second episode to drop. I don't know when.
Was it you who sent me the French voice actor's tweet of talking about Steel Ball Run?
Oh, the French translator?
Sorry.
Yeah, the translator said, this is a story of tension. You can't split it up like this because the entire point is these bite-sized bits of tension the entire way through. It's a fucking race, right?
Gonna knock the wind out of our sails before we've even really gotten that far.
That was very good. I like that.
You.
But literally, right? And so they don't even know. It's just 2026. No, not good enough.
That's really not.
And I heard it was...
How are you going to drop an episode and then not...
I heard it was for a contract reason they had to get this out potentially. And I'm like, I swear to God, I'm personally getting involved.
How are we going to pull up to Netflix?
And because I heard it was... Like, I'm hearing all this stuff. Like, it's not Netflix. It's actually Warner Brothers Japan. I'm like, I don't care which executives it is. It's an executives. David Productions, they're cooking. They're doing everything. They've been working on this. The day Stone Ocean finished, they started doing horse simulations, trying to get it working. I'm like, cool. Every single one of them, I'd buy a beer. If you're an executive, holy shit. Or we're gonna have a conversation.
What are we doing? More than a conversation.
This door's locked, and we're getting to episode 2.
We're getting it. We're getting it right now.
Just that CIA guy was like, get the hummus. It's like,
I love that. It doesn't matter what it is now. You go into the comment section of anything. Where's Steel Ball Run?
Yeah.
Where's Steel Ball Run? This isn't Steel Ball Run. Where is it?
There's a cosplayer I follow on TikTok, and she posted a story going, and it's someone going, where's Steel Ball Run in her DMs? She's like, I cosplay Steel Ball Run. I don't know.
I love it. I don't think I've gone to comment section on any subject or matter without seeing someone either put that, the image,
the curse,
with
yeah,
the
red eyes,
guns, yeah. So good.
I'm genuinely like, I love that first episode. I think it's the best first episode for a JoJo part, period. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm ready for more. And they released a trailer, and it looks better than what we saw. The character models look better.
That's the most irritating part. How are you going to give me a trailer? How are you going to give me a trailer?
Date. You just say 2026.
Imagine we get it on like December 31st.
Oh fuck! Fuck. I'd be
Christmas, guys. We're rewarding you with the second
Stranger
episode.
Things. Like I think the character models all look better in this trailer. Johnny looks better. Gyro looks better. I'm like, cool.
They fixed Johnny's jawline.
Yeah, I'm like, this is
it's nice.
This is big. This is great. And I'm like,
we're never getting it. We're never getting it. We're just not gonna get it. It's been evaporated, gone, deleted. Imagine it's like you remember when Bungie were like, oh yeah, we can't bring back any of the old Destiny 2 content because we deleted it all. Netflix comes out, so we can't actually give you the rest of Steel Ball Run because we don't have it anymore.
We don't know where it is.
We lost it. Can't find the files actually. Yeah. That's why it's been delayed. That's why we haven't said anything.
It takes 2 days to load a map to make an adjustment, so that's why we can't fix this exploit. It's such a niche reference.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's safe to say we are both pissed because
where's my I want my JoJo segment, bro. I want to be glazing Steel Ball.
I have organized my life around JoJo. People go, "Oh, Charles, you gonna watch the show?" I'm like, "Sorry, JoJo Fridays. Like, I've just lost JJK and Frieren.
Oh,
JoJo slips in, and the podcast was literally when we conceived of it. The three things that we built the podcast around for timing was Jujutsu Kaisen and Frieren in January, JoJo in March.
Yeah,
and so we're like that's it, right?
That's it. We're sorted.
We paced that fine,
and now we're stuck with Invincible. And look at it.
Don't say that. We can't
look at it.
You can't throw jabs. You can't.
I will, and I will. It's a bad episode. I'm allowed to throw a jab. Just because we had a short, but now we seem like we're complaining, and then conveniently the worst episode of the show gets landed into this episode. It's just
Zach's gonna have a field day.
Yeah,
I'm just
wow.
Okay. Do we have anything else? Because I'm just so upset. I'm like,
how can you not?
It is genuinely actually like
it's just devastating. I'm lucky enough to have read a good portion of the manga, so like I'm considering
surviving. I'm considering doing that, and I don't want to. Like I waited so long for this.
You've got something next here that we should bring up before we talk about it, but I'm unsatisfied with Steel Ball Run, and I'm satisfied with something else, and we'll get to it. But first, you started watching something new.
I watched Mob Psycho. I watched 5 episodes, and I know you don't like it.
I didn't like it. See, I haven't talked to you about it since because you haven't been watching it. So I was like, I'm going to refrain. But I got on board a bit later down the line.
Okay.
I just think the first 2 episodes are not very good.
Okay, so I've watched 5, and I'm genuinely, like, the art style is so cool.
Glorious.
I love the art style. But Mob himself, the commentary with him, with his abilities and tying it towards his social, either whether it be neurodivergency or social anxiety disorder, whether these two, maybe it's a commentary on childhood trauma, which all of these have similar symptoms, so they can be vehicles for you to kind of get invested in.
Yeah.
But the ability for the story for me to quickly make that apparent and tie it all together in this perfect bow, I'm like, oh, that's genuinely amazing.
Yeah, I agree. My biggest issue with Mob was that I struggled with the first 2 episodes. Like, yes, they presented that, but like not well enough. Whereas I think a bit later on when Mob has that fight and he's set over the line, if that were the first episode or like tailored around, I think for that as a go point, instantly does a better job of like latching me onto Mob and his psyche and how that affects his powers and such, more so than
I think we
the drawn out introduction.
So for me, we needed the introduction similar to like Dun Dun, right? You get that.
Yeah, I needed
the tunnel. Yeah. Then you get the cult, and then I got the fight at the school.
Yeah.
And the fight at the school for me was the kind of
school is like what got me into the into the show, and I just really thought the first couple episodes. And I'm sorry, Mob fans. I know a lot of people devout mob fans because it is a good show. I've learned that.
I think that's episode's like 7 out of 10 or at least.
I think starting the series could have been a bit better. Like Mob's introduction is not
sure.
not
Look,
up
it's not like an Attack on Titan like start, right?
Nah.
Sure.
But it's even not like Dandan's first episode.
Sure.
Really, really engaging.
But you know, I think there's an opportunity here for the 3 seasons that there is.
Yeah.
I really, really look forward. My only hope for the show is to really love his growth.
Yeah.
And that by the end, that not that he becomes like a man or something, but just that he's on the path to knowing who he is. And I'm just really
self-discovery and like bettering
just
himself,
generally excited because it's got a great OST. Its art direction is so striking, and
you
it
don't
breaks
have to
model.
worry about One Punch.
No.
You can put that out of your mind by watching Mob Psycho. So.
That's staying. But yeah, look, I'm only like 5 episodes in, and I'm like, this
You've
is
got a
great.
lot of good stuff to look forward to. I'm a little bit further than you are. It does continue to get better, which is good.
Cool.
So,
all right, now we got the 2 big shit.
the big one.
Okay, what do you want to start with first?
I think we got to start with JJK first, right?
Okay.
JJK is
We gotta lock in.
we finished up. It's done. It was here and then it went. So Charles, first off,
You want to start with this?
start with what?
You start with something.
I just want to start with
Okay.
what you thought of the episode.
Okay. So this is the final episode of JJK for the season. I genuinely think this might be its best episode. One of its best episodes.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
The previous bests have always been like the Jogo vs Sukuna episode or the Maharaga vs Sukuna, and there's some other ones that are absolutely up there. But this one felt like the complete package vignette. There's some of the most striking animation and art direction and style. There's some of the best storyboards. Some of the most. This is lifted off of the page, and it feels like the thing that was in my head of just seeing it in motion when you. That's how you read manga.
Yeah.
You see it in motion. You connect those dots. I saw
That's
that.
how I was reading it. That's when I imagined the motion. That's exactly how it was.
The sub voice acting was just literally like, oh my god, I could not think of it better. The sound design,
everything was firing on all cylinders.
The OST. Then I saw people going, oh, it's just hype moments and aura. I'm like, no, absolutely not. I think the way that it adapted,
The character work was fantastic.
Absolutely.
It really added to it.
and so when it did like instead of cutting to a flashback of Yuta's background, it actually had it in the museum they were going through. It was giving bits of both of their backstories in a really, really subtle way, and you can look deeper and just
There's a lot more there. Which one thing we praise JJK about a lot and have been either on separate videos or the podcast is that JJK's surface level is really enjoyable just because of its execution and performances and
you can
music.
watch it like Soul Level
And
if you want.
yeah, exactly. But if you want to dive deeper, it's all there. Like there is so much nuance and detail and like more to dissect.
Gege is a Hunter x Hunter fan, right?
Yeah.
And it's very, very evident. Like you can tell.
Yeah.
And so to say it's just hype moments and aura, no, he's just that good.
That, yeah. That's the reason why JJK is like one of the best performing modern animes out there. So
I can't handle the surface level criticism at all when it's like I feel most times it's people who are trying to get more but they don't understand it, and so they can't. They're kind of caught in between because
and now I don't have any disagreeing points with you, Charles, about the episode, and I do think it's one of the series' bests. My question is, do you think they took enough liberty with adapting the manga to the anime? Now, throughout the season, there's been a lot of creative choices to switch things up from page to screen to make it different, sometimes subjectively for the better, subjectively for the worse. Whereas this episode feels a lot more page to screen, 1-to-1. Do you think they took enough liberties with the medium of animation for the episode?
I generally think so. I think they added a lot in things that are kind of just insinuated in the manga or like the in-betweens, and we get the full picture. Pacing wise, every single thing that happens in the manga is extended.
Yeah.
And stuff like my only thing is there's some parts, some pages that are cut for just when they're reacting to what Yuta's doing, especially with when he's first in the cockroach special grade, right?
Yeah, they have a few more comments while he's fighting.
Yeah,
I
I
remember
think
those.
that does sell the tension more. Where like it feels like they're almost like they're sniping comments, and it kind of builds anticipation for them joining, rather than going from we know they're watching because you just said that to them appearing. I think there could have been some little bit of tension building of like you kind of hear what they were saying, right? And like I think that's my only gripe of there's some missed level of like commentary there, right? So very small. Otherwise, I don't know. When I'm looking at those sequences of running on the highway and the velocity of bouncing, like the battle between the three of them, directionally, I'm gonna miss Gosso. I'm gonna miss him so much.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. There's Gosso the GOAT.
Yeah, does it take enough liberties? It took everything that it needed to. I don't imagine what I read and going, they could have gone further in any direction, right? When the Utah fight at the start of the season, I'm like,
but let's not compare from page to screen in that way. Think about everything that we've gotten that's adapted differently. So far in the anime.
So if you got,
do you think there's anything in this episode that they could have potentially done?
There's nothing that I don't know if you've got something on the top of your head because
really.
There's for me, it for example, the Hikari scene was all rotoscoped, right? In that decision, they wanted the raw emotion of body language. They wanted the tenseness of holding that as the audience, we're not invited into the room yet.
Yeah.
And that when the only time when we get fully addressed as an audience member is when Hikari forcibly headbutts Yuji and goes like, "Hey, I'm ready to use hands as the thing." And that is such a jarring motion. And so it uses that for all of its language. There's nothing here that I'm like, they could have done this or that. I think all the tools they've had this season were at full effect.
Yeah, I agree.
And so there are many moments that they were using various things, whether it be with lenses or with things with the camera or lighting. So when it went to the like for example, I did not get the full scale of the kind of like cowboy standoff with
in the manga, yeah.
Was it what's his name? Jane Juliet like type shit. With Utah where they're doing. I think it's perfect in the manga. I've got no issue with the manga. But for moving into animation with the smoke, the lighting, the all of it, right? I think it sold the moment genuinely perfectly.
Having the narrator there.
Yeah.
Classic, yeah. I will say, and I think the reason I wrote this down and wanted to bring it up with you is because the two key episodes of this season to me is the Maki episode.
Yep.
And now the Yuta episode.
Yep.
Whereas the difference mainly with the Maki episode compared to the Yuta episode is how different of approach they went about the Maki episode in the anime compared to the manga. Because as we know, the manga is like, that's probably one of the most unfinished parts, right? Is the Maki going through the clan.
In the volume release, it got updated though.
It did, yeah. But even still, like when you look at it from the page to the screen, there's a lot of liberties. They add a lot to it. They stylize it a lot.
The music very different.
And for all intents and purposes, I think it's for the betterment of that sequence. Whereas here, you've got a lot more to work with. Obviously, the Sendai fight here is a bit longer in the manga, especially.
I also think the big thing is that this fight is all from I like. So Maki, it is Maki versus the clan, right?
Yeah.
And so the direction, a lot of it is from Maki, like the music, everything is from like Maki's point of view. So you get the music and all that kind of stuff. And I feel as if a lot of it was kind of to paint it how she was seeing it, right?
Yeah.
Whereas for this, because there were so many aspects of it being a four-way clash
and an introduction to
a lot of these characters, it needed to be traditional in some sense, but also it needs to. So when you're looking at like the clash of these characters, right? It isn't from one POV. It is all like Yuta's not only getting attacked, so it isn't like all this is from Yuta's perspective, and so you can't really have that subjectivity in it a lot of the case, right?
Yeah.
Like the museum, for example, it is a two-way street.
Yeah, there's multiple battles happening here. It's a free-for-all. It's not a everyone team up against Maki situation.
And
which I get that very much. I think my only thing is that maybe there could have been some interesting revamped. I don't have the answers, of course, but knowing Gosso, I feel like he could have really like put it up there as like one of my favorite. It is pretty close to my favorite episodes of the season. Not season, sorry, the show overall.
Yeah.
But I think because it is like just the perfect adaptation in sense from the page to the screen. Like you said, they're firing on all cylinders. I love everything. Like I give the episode's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
To me, like me nitpicking is thinking that he could have made it an 11, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, it dialed it up.
I just don't know, like, I'm not asking you to, like, hey, can you invent a thing like they could have done?
I'm not Gossa.
Right? I don't know.
I don't know either. I think that's the fun of it though, is because like similar to throughout the season, there's a lot of things that I was like, the manga I already hold in a very high regard. So a lot of the changes or additional aspects that we come to expect from JJK is like, wow, I never would have thought this, and that's kind of how I can get my enjoyment from the story being so close. Is this adaptation is doing so many new invigorating things, and bringing it to life on screen in a way that I couldn't think of, that makes it really even more engaging than what's on the page that Gege did. Episode was phenomenal. One thing I really, really enjoyed was the fact that the whole dessert with Uro really fits the conclusion of the season. Like, wow, yeah, I'm feeling like I'm full. Like, it's a really good meta commentary, and like choosing that as your finale is such a good, like, choice.
I think that's a good split in especially what's to come. We're not going to talk about it.
Yeah, obviously.
But like,
it's a great.
Everyone was going to go, they're going to end at the domain clash. I'm like, you can't
do that. No,
you can't.
You have to see it through. Because the domain clash is too much of a cliffhanger, and the season would just feel like half a season.
We wouldn't get the dessert.
Yeah, we wouldn't get the dessert. And I really loved how they get the intro, just played it throughout. That was phenomenal.
Yeah, I was literally waiting for you to stop talking so I could go.
My favorite song for any of the JJK intros.
I was going to quickly ask if we were looking at it now.
It's my favorite JJK intro.
It is my favorite JJK. Stop agreeing with me.
No, you on record have now said it after I've said it, so now you have agreed with me.
Yeah, but like, I can cut that out. I'm the editor.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Two, I was going to ask you, so I have the preconceived note.
I have hidden inventory and then special after.
Season 1 OP one's pretty good.
Yeah, it's really good. That's like my fourth fave.
Yeah, which is like the second most watched intro of all time.
Yeah, and one thing that has been really irritating me actually about the JJK episode, especially online, I love seeing the praise for the episode. So many people are saying, "Thank you, Mappa. Thank you, Mappa. Thank you, Mappa." The meme templates, Mappa, Yuta, and then JJK. I'm like, can we please stop just thanking Mappa?
I think it's like to the
I don't
person,
go, wow, like, Invincible's so good. Thank you, Amazon. Thank you.
No, but like,
thank you, Amazon. Like,
but like, I imagine like when we praise Pixar, right?
Yes, I get that, but that is also a different can of worms. Where Pixar is a very like...
No, I think it's the same thing, right? So I don't expect everyone... Because for granted, right? Every episode has a different number of key animator...
Well, it's a different team for the episode. I just wish there was less of a focus on Mappa as a whole and more of a credit to like... not even... I don't want people to go, thank you, X, Y, Z, listening to us. I just want to say thank you to everyone who put this together or something.
So I just don't know who you put on the meme template though. Like it's for me, because I see other people in the animation space say this. I just don't know for the average person, who do you put on the face?
Yeah, I get that. Like, I understand that.
You need a logo, and
it's not so much even just the videos themselves, but it's also in the comments and like the community discussion. It says so much credit to Mappa overall that I think it would just be nice to see a bit more shared credits than just blanketly.
Which is one of the big things I like about anime, as I said before, where like every episode's like a draft. There is such a love for individual artists and hyping up like, oh, they're going to be on this episode.
Yeah.
But there needs to be a better vehicle. And granted, it's really hard because like Japan has their own like segment of the internet and everything.
Right. There's only...
I think it should happen in the West too. We should know, like, for example, I think there should be a version on the Blu-ray that says like who worked on these shots and individually, like who was the storyboard, like who's obviously there's a storyboard person overall, but who was like, for example, in anime, right? So Gosso did, I think, 9 of the 12
but even
episodes.
In like movies and shows, like you look at something like Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson is well known. He gets praised. Like you get a lot more of the artistry and people involved getting praised for certain projects.
Yeah.
Whereas I wish there was more of a cultural shift for anime specifically to get more recognition for these artists than just choosing the studio of whoever is behind animating it and going, wow.
Just like giving the audience better knowledge and like kind of like understanding of what they're actually saying.
Yeah.
So like, I want to know who's doing the Gengar of this episode. I want to know who's doing the corrections, or I want to know who's doing this, or who like.
And it is nice getting the credits, but not everyone is gonna.
Also, when like when it's like in kanji or not in English.
Yeah,
so
that's it. I would love a translation, please. So let me see these names.
Which when they're using like the AI subtitling, we're never like that's just like
not gonna happen.
When we're thinking about can they add to subtitling, right? Or something, right?
Yeah.
And look,
I don't know the answers, but I think it just would be nice to
knowing
see.
more. I don't think harms anyone, and I think hiding the information. Granted, what I do know is Mappa is one of the best at allowing artists to share their stuff on Twitter.
Yeah,
which is why, like for example, I think it's NIAN, and then it's 3 numbers. Did the Higuruma fight, the 1 minute 40 bit where it's all hand in hand? They posted it on Twitter of the original work.
Yeah,
viral. Yeah, and now I hope to see, or whatever they do.
I just hope to see more of that stuff moving forward. I think Mappa today compared to Mappa like 5 years ago, there is a very notable difference, and I think we are taking steps in the right direction. But it's more so just as a community and as a fandom, I hope to see a bit more of a switch and ownership for people going forward, especially for people who have a following and are thanking Mappa generally. It'd be nice to be like, hey, I'm aware at least, or share the knowledge. Like we want Mappa to share more. I'd like it for people to also engage with that more.
Absolutely. That's
JJK, man.
That's JJK.
It's gonna be sad.
It's very sad. So we're going to be going on to the other thing. But Leon, JJK is over. What would you give the season out of 10?
I'm gonna give it an 8.
Yeah, I'm giving that a 9. I think that is
close to a 9. But like, there's not too many narrative beats that like get enough of a high for me. Like I like it a lot, but like season 2 is a 9 for me. Yeah. And it's not season 2.
So it is harder to get a 9 for a longer season, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So for example, like when you have a show like Penguin that's like not many episodes, it's easier for that to be such a high acclaim compared to like an 8-season show, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of variables, right?
Yeah.
I think
there are too many peak episodes here.
There is. Well, that's actually something I would love to bring up before we jump ship, actually, on the topic is, where do you think, or which is your favorite episode, for starters, of the season? Finale. Where do you think that episode ranks overall in JJK's anime so far?
I think that's potentially the best episode.
You think that? Okay.
It's in a 3-way deadlock with...
That's fair.
But like,
I see, because just quickly, for me, I loved it, but I've still got 3 episodes above it.
So which one would you go?
Because I prefer Maki's episode this season. That's my highlight. Yeah. Over the Yuta one. And then above that, I've got the Chozo Yuji at number 2.
That's probably like top 5.
Yeah. And then I've got Maharaga Sukuna.
I also have, I don't know which episode in Hidden Inventory I would have, but I think I would have one of the episodes from Hidden Inventory as... that's... I don't know if it's episode 4 or 5. I think it's 4. One of those episodes I generally think is outstanding. Like
perfection, yeah.
Like,
well, that's it. That's so unfair. And when I look at season 2, I'm like, you start with Hidden Inventory, and then you got the Shibuya incident. 2 of the best arcs in JJK in one season of anime. It's just not a fair.
But I think so. Like, let's say if Hidden Inventory was its own season. Like, granted, I'm actually...
If we're treating it like JoJo parts, potentially...
I don't know.
Part 1 and 2 in like a season. But it's funny. You talk about them differently.
We did a ranking video, and I'm sitting here going, like, we gave Shibuya...
Shibuya is one of the best arcs in the series.
As in like... I'm just thinking about it as like an anime. There's some things here and there that you potentially... it's hard. It is 3 incredible... This is the lull. The Culling Game start is the lull. Yeah. And I know the next season 4...
it has a lot
of
lot of potential.
Yeah, that will be. I think it just is going to be its best season.
Yeah, I do too. I think the same. And then the finale arc of JJK, when we eventually arrive to it in the anime, will probably be my favorite.
I think so. Also, like with Modulo, and granted this is a spoiler-free section, right? But with Modulo, if that gets an anime adaptation and just chucks it on at the end,
Well, that's it. Do we think Modulo will be its own anime, or will it be a part of the Jujutsu Kaisen anime banner for the sake of like
I don't know. I think they'll just do it as like a Shippuden. But
yeah, I could see that.
But I generally think it should just be like season 6. Like
I also agree. I think it should just.
But it will get its own poster. It will get its own like it will get on IMDb.
A bit of a time gap between wouldn't be too bad, you know.
Oh no,
Bro's like, no, give me that shit right
no,
off the bat.
like we're not getting like the
When I say
ending
time, I'm like,
until like 2032.
Yeah, well,
So like,
we'll be well into our 30s, so
yeah,
we'll talk about it then if we're still good.
I'll have arthritis.
But JJK, wow, what a time.
I'm generally, I
I'm
was
so
miserable
happy.
before. I'm now fucking really miserable. Like,
I was gonna say I'm full. I'm really happy. You're like,
no, I've
nah,
switched.
Bro's not satisfied. He wants more.
I just want more. I
Yeah.
like.
I get
Life
that.
is better when there's JJK and JoJo on the air. Like that's it.
It is. It really is.
Yeah, I've got no way to spin that. I really want to keep going. It's like the bit that I want to see is the bit after this.
Yeah.
This is great. I just want what.
Well, you know, we do have something to come back to about our earlier podcast episodes about which we thought would be better
But
between Jujutsu Kaisen, and now we should talk about
Frieren.
Yeah.
Shit episode. No.
There's a modicum of truth behind that joke. I feel like
No. What?
you complain and you bitch about Frieren.
Whoa.
You clearly don't
No.
like it. You continue to talk bad about Frieren. You know, I just
No. Can you shut the fuck up? I'm not getting. Zach, you're not using that.
No. We love Frieren here. We've done nothing
Alright.
but glaze Frieren.
Frieren finale.
Frieren finale. Wow. I was a little underwhelmed, but in a weird way, I did a double take, and I had like, as Blanc puts it and such in Wake Up Dead Man, a road to Damascus moment where I'm like, this is what Frieren is. Why am I trying to like want something from Frieren that I'm not going to find in Frieren? And I think as a finale, it was great. I don't think the season overall is better than season 1. Not very fair, because I think season 1 does so much. But as like a continuation of the story, I'm still putting this season as like a 9. For what it encompasses for its own
This
narrative
season,
and its own like thing, I still think with just a through line, yeah, I don't know.
I'm giving this season an 8 out of
Yeah.
10. This last episode for me was a return to form.
Yeah.
I think it was a great last episode. Potentially, maybe even the best episode of the season. One of the best episodes of the season.
Episodes of the season for
The
sure.
first 9 minutes being that vignette of the bridge.
Yeah.
I thought
wow,
that was
yeah.
genuinely perfect. That is world building. That is what I watched Frieren for. This was great. It was some good action.
It just reaffirmed to me, like I said, that road to the Damascus moment. I was like, wow, this is why I love Frieren.
Yeah.
Like this is just, this is my bread and butter. That's the stuff. I love it.
And then
you know?
we have the part on the mountain range where it's the whole thing about, we obviously aren't going to be mining the stuff.
Yeah.
We're going to go kill monsters because they
And
can't
not
kill
only
monsters.
that, like it's them having an impact on the story world, and then having an impact on the narrative overall, and we get to see the fruits of their labor
Yes.
in this episode, and that's what that was the finale part for me. That was like, wow, this is, and then having the credits roll with like,
You're jumping to the credits.
I'm just talking about
fucking
some
hell.
of the same thing.
Yeah.
I just love how it's able to like, and the way I would never have expected is it's able to like wrap everything up in a nice tidy bow for a season of television.
Yeah.
And for me, I was like, that's all I wanted. That's really all I wanted. Cooking, yeah.
Right? I don't even like food.
The unconventional
Delicious
ways
meal.
that Frieren tells its narrative.
Yes.
And there's such a difference to everything else in the space.
I don't know. It's
and
almost
to like
it uses like different tools. It's like how did you make that,
did you do
that
that?
table?
Yeah.
You don't have a hammer. I'll use this thing. I'm like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
Right. Okay.
Okay. It works.
It works.
It's actually better than what I
Yeah.
got. What the fuck? And
Can't believe Paul Allen proposed his car.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's off white. Like yeah. Literally. And so like I was watching it and I was like, this is great. Oh yeah, they're going to mine and ruin this. Like I don't know. I felt like I got swept up. Like a lot of people try, like, they already guess things. I love being so in it where I'm not thinking about what's going to come next.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there with the characters going, it's odd that wanting to put up a barrier. Why are they doing a barrier, right? And then they come back and he goes, well, it's a beautiful view. You saw it, right? I want to keep that. And I'm like, oh shit. Fuck, that got me.
Yeah, they know. It's like the subtext there.
Yeah.
It's just so phenomenal.
Because
Like, wow, that just slaps you in the face. You're
Yeah.
like, oh,
yeah.
I love Frieren. I
Yeah.
freaking love Frieren.
But I think the highlight, right, because we've been talking about the relationship between Stark and Fern, and
they have the moment I have been
Yeah.
wanting. I was like, yes, it's not gonna just it's okay. it's a super slow burn.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'm on board.
Yeah.
That really just everything that I had that I was worried about I've been reassured. This episode has just reassured me, and it's comforted me.
Because it brings back the theme of, because when they were on the date, they were like, we always talk about Frieren, and it was a negative, right?
Yeah.
But then they were like, yo, you always do this. Why do you do it? It's like, well, because of her. And they're like, and it's a positive spin. I'm like, because like, she is like that, like, you know, that pseudo like guardian of sorts, but you know that she's got her own issues.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the head pat, I was like, oh yeah, because it goes back to when she was getting jealous of the other.
And that is like, we're so close because we have such similar thoughts on both JJK and Frieren.
Yeah.
But it's just which of the two we prefer, and I think it is kind of fitting that. You chose JJK, you prefer JJK, I chose Frieren.
Okay, so yeah, the game thing that we had was JJK versus Frieren. We at the start of the year we did a draft of you know, anime, comic book, movie, game, and TV show.
Yeah.
And then we went tit for tat, and the big one that we had was for anime. I went JJK and he went Frieren, right? Yeah. But we both had read JJK, so I knew I had Sendai in the bank. I'm like, I've been sitting here for like 6 weeks going, I've got Sendai. I won. And then Sendai comes out and I did win. And so like
I did win. Yeah, all right.
But like
I still if I'm just looking at the season overall, I think I prefer Frieren.
I understand it, right? Because Frieren had more action episodes than JJK this season.
It's not even just that. I love
because you like action slop. So
I'm not a solo leveling enjoyer like you, Charles, all right? Now, I much prefer the narrative of Frieren.
Yeah.
Especially as a season overall, than the culling game, the first part of the culling games as a narrative. I really like both. I don't dislike either. I just like Frieren's more. And I think
there are more 7 out of 10 episodes of Frieren this season than there are for JJK. There is only like 1 episode of JJK this season was 7.
I beg to differ. I think it's just slight.
I think with like 9, 8, 7, then like 8, 9, 9.
I think it would do well for me to like, and maybe even you, if retrospective, if we come back to this later down the line.
I'm good.
But,
Yeah.
It would be good. Now that both are finished, you know, there's going to be different opinions as we go on and like look at them. Because, you know,
we'll do an end of year thing, right? Especially going over like, we'll probably do like a rankings for all the stuff that we do.
All the other things.
Like year in review, go, oh, what were the best anime? We'll probably do a top 10. What were the best movies?
If we get Steel Ball Run this year, we'll know. Who knows? And I'm not one of the Frieren fans that are downvoting JJK episodes or anything like that.
No.
The fact that the Frieren community would do that, that hurt. That hurt me. I was like, come on.
You know what community didn't?
What?
Vinland Saga, baby.
Yeah. Hey, look, we win either way.
But like, fans of all 5, 6 things that are getting review bombed and everything, and the 7th thing that we love is just winning.
Just winning, yeah. Has the potential to be my number 1 anime.
It's literally just when season 3 comes out.
Yeah,
like it's the funniest thing because I am probably like Frieren is dipping out of the 10 out of 10 spot overall to a 9.
Like my top 5.
Well, it's probably going to drop from 3rd to 4th.
Yeah, which is wow, drop.
But mine dropped to 5th.
Just,
okay, mine dropped to 5th.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
That's pretty. That's big for me, right? These don't move.
Yeah, but as you go,
and
I think Frieren will stay and like your upper echelon.
Vinland is just like, hey, I'm just waiting to like knock, like
top, yeah. For you, I know you got AO2 above.
Yeah,
it's a complete package. It's everything for you.
It's the all rounder, right?
It's just working its way there. So.
Yeah, that 3rd season, bang. It goes, this was mine.
Yeah,
let's be real here.
Thanks for warming my throne.
Yeah, like AOT by season 2 would be sitting in 4th or 5th, right?
Yeah.
So it's like season 3 and 4 come out and it goes straight to 1.
It goes up, yeah.
Vinland only gets better as it goes, so it's like, oh, fuck.
Working with a lot less.
It is not a Carlton second half.
No, that's it. Yeah. Frieren, man. It's going to be sad to see that go.
Yeah.
It just sucks that we're losing both at the same time.
But we get like, oh, shit, we haven't written it down.
What?
We got because we got like April like 8th. We got The Boys coming back. We have which we're watching next week. We
begrudgingly.
You have to watch the Mario movie.
Oh, I was gonna watch the Mario movie.
Yeah,
anyway,
cool.
So
I wasn't invited to anything, so I'm probably gonna see it by myself. So it's fine. It's alright.
I hadn't planned anything, so I knew I'd probably watch it. I just don't know when.
I just know Jack is dying to watch it. Like he's
Yeah,
actually he's a Galaxy fan.
Mm.
I heard this.
I think it'll be fun.
I
Don't
cool.
say anything. If it is bad, I'll
Look,
find out.
I've seen people love it. I've seen people love it on Twitter.
I looked a lot of things that were said about the first movie were also kind of mixed, and I had a pretty fun time.
That movie sucked.
Fun time does not equate good movie. All right, I had a fun time with the Minecraft movie.
I didn't have a fun time with Mario. You gave me a bunch of options and none of them applied. Like, but we don't have Daredevil on this.
Oh yeah, we did watch this episode. We're so animation filled. We didn't even think.
Yeah,
Daredevil was so much better. Oh my goodness, we're back. We're actually back. We're not like we're supposedly back. We're now actually back.
Yeah,
we're back on track. More of the actual lighting that I've come to love for the
much fog.
Come to love.
So much fog.
Could be season 1 fog. Could be season 1 fog.
Right, where you ruined great choreography because you just turned the fog machine on.
It could be a lot worse.
Left it on. Yeah. This, look, I would say like an 8 out of 10 episode.
I agree. Strongly agree.
You know, I've still got my qualms here and there, but I feel like it's
having Karen back is so quintessential though.
Yeah.
And it is night and day the difference that narratively her character being there it makes on the
I do understand while it's not an issue for me, right? I don't know if I'm docking points for it. Rushing straight into the relationship aspect of it. I do.
Yeah, I kind of get what you mean.
To me, it's like to MJ and Peter. It's just like I don't need it. Like just it's MJ and Peter. They get together, right?
Yeah.
But even Jack has said this, and I saw Jay Stoob say the same thing. Where it's like, you know, they've come so far in the time span where they were like not talking to now like kissing,
like back on it. And I think I'm okay with it if we come to the end of the siege of New York, whatever, and then wow, we haven't addressed this, and then it can create.
I don't get signs of that at all. I get signs of there's going to be tension because of Matt again, because it's adapting Born Again in some aspects because it's Born Again, but it's adapting some other stuff where it's bleeding the Daredevil persona with Matt together.
Yeah,
like Matt's missing. Daredevil is louder than ever. And I think that is going to
Which has a very strong narrative parallel to another hero in the same city.
Yes.
Which I desperately need in this season.
Or Daredevil in the other thing.
Yeah, and I know it's so difficult because of every other external factor. But narratively, it's just so right. He needs to be there.
They already fumbled the bag with Hawkeye, like taking place on canonically the same night. And him not being there. Like, all the gangs are together shooting in New York outside your window, and if you haven't guessed, Spider-Man, yeah. Him not like they both go
burying himself in the mask, whether by choice or not of choice. Both are doing it. You're in the same city,
and they're all referenced in season 1. And it's one of those situations where they're in a joined universe. It genuinely becomes an issue.
It does.
If the louder they get, and the bigger Peter goes. Peter's interacting with...
Especially the grander the narrative. When you have New York locked down as it is...
Like, the Thunderbolts thing is already big enough.
I struggle to imagine them one of the same.
Like, the same New York. Like, oh yeah, Peter's not here. Right? And I'm okay with it, but I understand some of the people going... Like, if an alien invasion happens in New York tomorrow, right?
And it's happened already in the MCU. Peter shows up.
Yeah.
He sees it on the school bus. He swings over.
Yeah.
So it's like, we already have precedents where, like,
and I know it's rights, right?
But I get it. I understand the external factors.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna try and do something like the MCU, you gotta take into account make some sort of excuse narratively as to why. Because then it just voids the issue.
Because, like, Hell's Kitchen, not far away from Peter.
No, really not. Peter could get there so quick. We've played Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation 5, all right? Like, let's not kid ourselves.
So, yeah, it's getting to a point where, like, Punisher's in the Brand New Day. The mayor is in the movie, and we're seeing so many things.
And we all look at that shot of him going up against the hand.
The hand. Daredevil villain.
Hello.
Yeah. But then, like,
I mean, he's also already in the last Spider-Man movie as
just
Matt
put on the
Murdock.
suit. Put it on the suit.
Yeah, honestly, the two are just the goats, so they need to interact. But in saying that, yes, I want Daredevil in the Spider-Man movie, of course. But I want Spider-Man in the TV show.
Yeah.
First and foremost, actually. I need Wilson Fisk. And I need Spider-Man.
But the thing is, like, Spider-Man solves this issue. This is a Barry Allen issue.
You can introduce a block, right? So that Spider-Man can't fix this issue. I just need him to show up, help Matt with like something, and then he's got his own problem, right?
Yeah.
You need to remove him because he's got his own shit going on. And then it works. You get the crossover. You get the grander narrative and everything. I don't have the answer.
Yeah.
I am not writing the show. I don't know what their plans are moving forward, but when I look at, you know the comics where in Daredevil comics Spider-Man looks a certain kind of way.
Yeah.
That's what I want here. I want him to
in
look
TVMA, right? Where you can can shoot Spider-Man with shadows, like
you can for the first time give him the Batman treatment.
Yeah.
Make him gritty, make him kind of intimidating, honestly.
Because it's always like when Spider-Man's in another person's story, it's like, whoa, what the hell? Because every Spider-Man story is from Peter's perspective. So we always absolutely.
I need to see him from another perspective.
I just felt this episode was very much getting the gears turning. So Mr. Charles is introduced.
Yeah.
I think Mr. Charles is one of the best introductions.
Oh yeah.
Laissez-faire. Awesome. It made Fisk feel small. Where he's like, how loyal are your guys? They're loyal. Cool. So if you ask 20 of them to go fix your problem, and then you shoot them after, there would be no problems. Oh, and instantly it's like,
you need someone
you're
like
a mayor. He's underneath the president. Like, he's a different type of political evil, right?
Yeah.
And it just really, because obviously when you're watching season 1, it's all this small time shit about fixing potholes and different stuff.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, what happens when it's like moving a nation? And if that's what they're going on with season 3, where it's like, it's bigger than Fisk, and it's this larger idea. Maybe Matt goes to prison.
Well, that's it, right? Because you've got the
task force thing.
Task force. And we know in Spider-Man, mutants potentially are going to be an issue where this task force, it's one of the same political move, right?
Well, yeah, I would love to see, what's the bad guys from Wonder Man?
Yeah, the off-brand. I don't know the name, but I know who you're talking about.
The damage control, right?
Damage control, yeah.
Damage control guys with these anti-vigilante force. In my head,
you're getting
I'm
a lot of political pushback, and it's great setup for the X-Men, and it's
the Punisher movie, and it's just everything that connects. I'm like,
it's all there. It's just whether or not we can get those external factors to be like, we can make this happen. We can make this happen.
The reason why I think personally, the last couple years of Marvel has felt so kind of barren and dry is that the world, we just lost sight of like, okay, who are we saving anymore, right? Because you would jumped 4, like Endgame happened and 5-year time skip, and we're like, whoa, that's so much time. They're going to fill so many seasons and movies within that time period, and they just didn't do anything. So you're like, okay.
Nothing. Then
they have all these movies that come out, and like Captain America 4 takes place like 3 or 4 years after Endgame. And so you're like, wait a minute. And granted, that might be off by a little bit, but we're in like 2027, 2028 now in the MCU. And it's like, that's really far. That's like, Cap's been dead for years at this point.
Yeah.
And so we kind of lost sight of everything. And then when you have Hawkeye, not all these things that we start plot points. Where's Moon Knight? Where's Shang-Chi? Where's all this?
It's an issue when you introduce so much. You lose sight
of anything, right?
Yeah.
And then
the scope's too wide.
They start Daredevil, and so what happens? We got Daredevil, we got Echo, we got Punisher, and Echo sucks, but she's an important part of building up the narrative from Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Which I think Hawkeye, they bag fumbled by not doing a season 2.
They need a season 2.
And then now we've got Spider-Man that connects to it. She-Hulk connects to it. Suddenly, we have an LA and a New York that I know.
Yeah.
I know these people.
Especially when you have like returning characters like Jessica Jones.
They need Luke Cage back.
That's it. I can live without Danny, but I need Luke.
But the problem is we need the Harlem aspect to New York.
Yeah, exactly.
So that way, when a new movie comes out, like Spider-Man comes out, and New York's
You have
at
these
stake.
street level.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh, now things are serious. I know these characters here, and the stakes are immediately felt.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah, it's good to actually feel a little bit of optimism, right? I went from being a little bummed, and now
it's only taking like the strongest things they have on their arsenal to
my heavy Daredevil and Spider-Man glaze, right?
Yeah.
Like on the old pod,
if they burn this out,
I'm
the
done.
candles, it's gone.
Like
the wick's at the bottom.
Like I'm already not on the Avengers bandwagon.
I'm already team. Please just start again, and I probably will be team start again for a long time. Doesn't mean I'm not excited for things like Spider-Man or the continuation of Daredevil and such, but just when I'm looking at Marvel as a whole,
I see red and I go, that's it. I'm okay with those guys.
Let's just run it back.
Do you think they actually are going to recast?
I don't know. Maybe. Potentially. Hope not. I don't know. Especially now that they have more rights, and if things continue to go down the way they are, let's say hypothetically one day, Marvel gets Spider-Man back off Sony, right? And they have the X-Men, they have the Fantastic Four, they have everyone, right? To me, that's like
they've had
clear as day. Just start again.
They've had so many of these characters for years. Like they bought Fox in 2020.
Remember WandaVision? We were all like, oh. Yeah, let's like.
No. I'm not doing that conversation.
Yeah,
I'm still fucking
saying like it's been an ongoing thing for a while, and that's why I think I'm just tired, like a lot of people are, and I think I'm ready for, especially with the DCU. It's so early, it's so bright, it's just starting. It's a fledgling. I'm like, wow, so much to look forward to. But whereas Marvel's like,
sure, but there's so much tension. Like nothing had come out for DC, and it went from things are great, like Superman and stuff, we're so high. Peacemaker was okay. Like people were like, it's still good, but it's kind of bad finale, right? But like everyone's still that. Since then, like it is gone down a hill, right?
Yeah, I get
nothing's come out. It's just been trailers for new stuff, and they've been fine. But I'm just Supergirl and Lanterns can't come soon enough, and Clayface, so we can actually kind of move. I kind of need to just skip past it because
that's fair.
Because
there's been a lot of talk about it.
So many things have been delayed and cancelled or shelved. Like I feel like Supergirl's probably going to be like in the 7 to 9 range. Clayface is probably going to be good, and Lanterns, it can do its job. But the next era of DC is so kind of up in the air still.
I get that,
especially with them getting bought by Paramount, right?
Yeah,
you kind of have to double, like triple, like guarantee, like what we're getting invested in is going to come around.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, but I also don't want too much of a roadmap because then you get things that you get promised and fall through, and then
like I get it. It's just I don't know. It's just not fun at the moment.
I just have faith in the gun.
Like I do too. It's just I'm also just what I see online.
Yeah, it's tricky. There's so much. Conversation doesn't stop, it continues. And the longer time goes on, the more wishy-washy,
Hopefully, Damien Lindelof can just not send any tweets. Or
please refrain from tweeting.
Do like less panels and less things where he can make a like comment that is just gonna we have to deal with for the next month.
Yeah.
Of like, oh no, Lantis is dog shit.
Charles, that's your take, though, isn't it? That's what you said.
That is dog shit. Yeah. No, the writing's thrown in. That's what I said.
That's definitely what you said. Yeah.
Absolutely what I said.
100%.
We don't really have a game. I put a thing for you to read. We never really got back to it. About an actual game that we have.
I mean, we had the game ish at the start.
At the start, yeah. We got that stuff. I think that's pretty much. We got no manga. We got no really anything else. I can't believe we forgot Daredevil.
I can.
we got 2 episodes to watch tomorrow.
Yeah, we do. Wow. We're eating well, and we got Invincible Wednesdays. That's the hardest part about recording on a Tuesday.
Yeah, we're probably gonna probably find some other stuff because we've just lost so much. We've got to find some other stuff that we could probably watch.
Of course. Well, I've got something interesting to talk about next week, movie wise. So that'll be fun.
What Mario and
drama?
Oh, yeah. Cool. Yeah. He said it to me like an hour ago, but no, you said it like 2 hours ago.
2 hours ago, yeah. This podcast's been going for a little bit.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. That's pretty exciting. I probably won't have time to see the drama, but I will be seeing Mario, which is an insane sentence to come out of my mouth. But,
I am excited for Jack Black Bowser. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, cool.
I think it'll be a lot of fun.
All right.
Peaches.
We're not getting another.
Peaches.
All right. I think that is the end to a dense episode of the podcast. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Follow us on our socials. Follow that link that has like the link to everything.
Maze.
Yeah. Join the Discord as well. That's probably the big one. And that's pretty much it. We got no new videos. Go watch our shorts.
Yeah.
Peace out.